a successful quizzer or quiz official, it's essential to understand the way each round of quizzing works. Both the structure of the quiz as a whole and the way each question is handled serve important roles in making quizzing fun and fair for all the participants. A normal quiz consists of 20 questions with 3 teams competing at once. 2-team quizzes also exist, but these are very rare since quiz schedules are designed to avoid these when possible. Whenever a quizzer is ruled incorrect on a question, the next question becomes a toss-up. On a toss-up question, only the other 2 teams are eligible to jump. The team whose quizzer made an error is out for that question. This rule encourages reasonable, controlled quizzing and discourages reckless jumping. If a quizzer makes an error on a toss-up question, the next question becomes a bonus question for the team that did not make an error. There are 2 methods for handling bonus questions. Each district or tournament coordinator can choose which method to use. The first method is called a seat bonus. In this system, the bonus question automatically goes to the quizzer in the seat that corresponds to the seat of the quizzer who made the error on the toss-up question. For example, if the quizzer in Team A's rightmost seat erred on the toss-up, then only the quizzer in Team B's rightmost seat gets to answer the bonus question. In the other system, called a team bonus, anyone on the team can jump and answer the bonus question. In either case, making an error on a bonus question does not count against individual or team scores. For the last 5 questions of a quiz, questions 16 through 20, toss-ups and bonuses are handled differently. Instead of moving to the next question after an error, for example, going from 16 to 17, the question number stays the same, but an A or B is added, for example, going from 16 to 16A. A and B questions are independent from the other questions in a quiz. If no error is made, the A and B questions for that number are not asked at all. The rules for toss-ups and bonuses still apply to A and B questions, and all 3 teams are eligible to jump once the quiz moves on to the next question number. Starting with question 17, error points go into effect. This means that any error, besides a bonus error, costs the team that made it 10 points. If a quiz ends in a tie and team placements matter, the quiz will go into overtime. Overtime consists of 3 questions, with only the tied teams participating. If the teams are still tied after 3 questions, another 3 questions will be asked. Overtime is only used to determine the placement of the teams, not individual or team points. If 2 teams are tied for second place, they cannot take first place even if one or both teams end overtime with a higher score than the first place team. Note that in some cases, team placement will not matter, and quiz coordinators may decide not to break ties. In addition to the overall structure of a quiz, each individual question within a quiz has a structure to be followed. The rulebook gives a specific formula for how the quizmaster reads each question, as shown here. A typical question will sound something like this. Question number 2 is an interrogative question. Question number 2, question. As stated here, toss-ups, bonuses, and situation questions require additional information to be given. Once the quizmaster says question for the final time, he begins reading the question's text, and from that point forward, the quizzers are allowed to jump, even before the question is finished. Once the quizmaster finishes reading the question, if no one has jumped yet, the quizmaster will begin a 5-second timer. The first quizzer to jump during this time gets to answer the question. If the timer runs out before anyone jumps, the quizmaster goes on to the next question. Once a quizzer gets a jump, he or she has 30 seconds to answer the question. Once the correct answer has been given, the quizmaster can rule correct without waiting for the 30 seconds to be over. If the quizzer has not given the correct answer when time runs out, he or she will be counted incorrect. However, in some cases, the proper ruling is unclear. In these cases, the quizmaster may let the quizzer have the full 30 seconds to clarify the answer, and he may discuss the ruling with the answer judge once time has fully run out. So, in review, a quiz generally has 3 teams participating in it and consists of 20 numbered questions, although more questions can be asked due to A and B questions or overtime. Toss-up and bonus questions occur when quizzers make errors. The quizmaster reads each question in a structured way. Quizzers have 5 seconds to jump and 30 seconds to answer each question.